Hello there. Hello. Welcome back to the 1930s. That's where we are today. The 1930s. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Right, a bit of fun. We're doing something a lot different than we've normally done. No, nothing modern. We're going back to the 1930s in what are Grand Prix cars, pre-Formula 1, pre-World War II. So we've got a selection of 3 cars. Jolly good show, spiffing time, young chap. I was going to change my microphone to be very broadcast style, so a lot of treble. But I decided against it. But yeah, I've changed my overlays to look a little more classic. Everything looks a bit more old. So as I was saying, 1939 Grand Prix cars. So we've got Auto Unions, which are basically Audis. We've got Alfa Romeos, and we've got the Mercedes. So the Alfa Romeo, if I look at my sheet, Alfa Romeo Type D. We've got the Auto Union Type D. No, Alfa Romeo 158, and it's the Auto Union Type D. And we've got the Mercedes W154. So we're going to be racing at Reims today. Reims. Based in the 1960s. But we're going to be doing a selection of 6 tracks every 2 weeks, which are based around that time. So we're going to be doing Reims today. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be going over to Rouen. So we're going to be staying in France. And we're going to be heading to Rouen. Slightly more twisty track. Then we're going over to Belgium for the Spa-Francorchamps track based in the 1930s version, which is going to be cool. 9th of March. Then we head to the Nordschleife, based in the 1960s, on the 23rd of March. That's going to be quite tough. And then we go into Hockenheim, based in the 1960s, on the 6th of April. And then we're heading to Monza, and again, based in the 1960s. Jolly good show, old chap. Jolly good show. So at the moment, we have got 8 people on the server. Everyone's doing a little bit of practice. I'm just going to unmute Crew Chief. And hopefully my sound levels and things are correct. What one do I want? I want that one. Hopefully that should show both cameras. There we go. Spiffing, jolly good show. So although this track is a little graphically old, we're still going to have a jolly good time. Jolly good time. So, poor old Simon is the only Alfa Romeo at the moment. But a lot of people have taken the Auto Unions and the Mercedes. Maybe because they sound beefy. I'm missing my mouse cursor at the moment, so I need to get that back. There we go. Right, so there shouldn't be any pit stops in this race, because we've got a big enough tank to do 45-minute distance. But we do still have a pit lane speed limit for some reason. But I'm gonna getting paranoid, so I'm gonna stick another litre in the tank, in the hope that I've got the right amount. I'm putting 131 litres in. Do a 45-minute distance. So let's also put our timing and stuff on so you can see who is where. Spiffing day, old chap. What? easy to stall this thing. Also got to be very wary of the tyres warming up. It can be a bit cumbersome on full fuel. We're not going to have any different weather, so it's just going to be dry. You think you've stored yours? Yes, you better set a button for your starter. I thought you'd already done that. But I was sure, when I'd practiced before, that it didn't have a starter button, but I'm going to have to be very quick on the clutch, just in case. But you can actually make the engine die if you don't bleed the clutch out. You get a little bit of air over the jump there. And you got a little slam on the anchors. I mean, I presume you don't want to be behind someone when you're braking. I've never raced these, I've just done lap time. So... what's button 12? That's always the problem. You never quite know which button is what. It's a bit disappointing that we've got like a Corvette just sitting at the end of pit lane there. The league admin refuses to take away the pit speed limit, so got to remember it's 80 kilometers an hour. Not that we're going to need to pit, but just in case. Just in case. So we did a race earlier on today, which was the LMP3s at Ibarra. Well, I should hope not. AI shouldn't be able to take over your your car. That's one of the buttons that I unmapped quite quickly. I don't want to accidentally press that. This is a bit of a change from the LMPs we were racing earlier. We can actually look around the cockpit, stand on the anchors. It's lucky there is a little bit of a second chance runoff. Now you can actually go through this turn flat out, but you need to get the turn exactly right. Bit of a drift. This one you definitely can't. Also, things I've found out to my detriment is those cornfields, they're solid. So don't go off into the cornfields expecting that you're going to just run through them. You come to a very sudden stop I did that a few times. You've just got to be very gentle on everything. And this is going to be very interesting racing like this. I've never raced in cars where you have to give so much braking distance. We've got 20 minutes left of practice and then we'll go to quali. I don't know how long we got for quali. I think about 10-15 minutes. That woman standing on that apex there is scary. Now that corner where I've just gone through, I believe it's actually banked on the real circuit. From what I looked at some historical videos, it actually looks like it's cobblestone as well. 204. Now I'm not expecting tyre wear. So I have to get the line exactly right, and you have to lift off if you get it wrong. Now something that is a little disappointing is that I'm driving with no gloves. Look, just wearing a leather jacket with some gloves, without any gloves rather. I'm probably wearing just a leather cap as well. Someone forgot the braking distance. But they can be quite controllable if you're not too aggressive. Is that me squeaking? It's probably the brake pedal. I mean, I thought I changed the noise gate to be quite aggressive, but maybe the squeak is coming through. It just adds to it, doesn't it? Surely these cars would have a squeaking brake pedal. I'm not entirely sure, looking at the background though. I don't think this circuit is surrounded by mountains. I don't remember France being so hilly. I think we will practice the next lap coming into the pits. Right. So you can go in full throttle, but you are scrubbing tyres an awful lot. But I mean, I did an 8-minute run, and I only took 2% out of the tyres. Oh, fucked it. Fucked it! Ow. Oh, I hear the squeak now. Whoa! I think I must have put Carl off. I think Carl is puffing smoke. Or was that just tyres? It might have been just tyres. No. He's running a bit hot. Might want to tell him, because that engine is going to go pop. I didn't actually know that you could close radiators and stuff. Maybe that is a thing. I mean, this car for definite, Ben. This is how you learn your blipping technique. Right, we've got to get down to 80. Okay. I think we can brake at the 100 there. There we go. Ooh, what fun. So we're running a couple of custom skins as well for this. Otherwise it just would have been silver cars and red cars. So you'll see some different skins out there. I thought I'd turn on some classic music for this as well. Right, let's post up. If people want to see how we deal with these cars, come join us in the grandstands. Do. Oh, I'm missing. Oh my. There we go. Posted up. Oh. Let's see if people want to join us on stream to see how we go today. We got 9 of us now. It does seem to be a silver car dominance. Auto unions and Mercedeses. Yeah. Now having a look, it does say that there will be 10 people joining us for the remaining round. I am hoping that there are a few people that join us later on, because there's no restriction. We do have someone else that's signed up, so hopefully they turn up a bit later on, which is good. I mean, this is just completely different from anything we've ever done. And I imagine that these cars probably do scare a few people, but they're not too bad when you get the hang of them. Not too bad at all. Oh. So we did a half-an-hour race with my haptic cushion, but now we're going to be doing a 45-minute race with my haptic cushion. They do turn okay-ish. They turn okay-ish. I mean, you can get them sliding quite well, like power sliding, but they do as soon as you get past a certain slip angle, you're gone. And if it's sliding and you suddenly hit the grass, it's game over. It is game over. But it's good to kind of go back when you watch some of the older footage from the 1930s, and it does exist in some form. It's just a different way of racing, completely different. So I think that cone's probably a bit large at the end of pit lane. They're out of proportion. There's our 10th driver. So how do you like my effects that I've put on the stream? I thought I'd do something a little different, especially for this. I changed the font. I did try and put some loot. Is it called loot or LUT? So film effects on the stream to mimic different file type, film types rather. But I couldn't pick one that I wanted because it made it look a bit too contrasty. Because footage back then was either black and white or it was very red. Very red. So there are a couple of people that haven't actually taken custom cars. Which is maybe they'll do it for next time. But I don't know if there's a car next to me in the pit lane to my right hand side, you can see there, which looks like it's chrome rather than silver. It's actually chrome coloured. So I mean, I've always said that if I win the lottery, this is what I'm funding. I'm going to be funding a pre-war sim racing game. Because I've been going through all the calendars and stuff back then, and just the circus are just dangerous as hell. Of course, but classic, very classic. So all the tracks that we're going to be going to are from 60s and earlier, mainly 60s actually. So we've got Rouen from the 1955 layout, I think. Although there are a couple of adjustments for modern day. But other than that, doesn't seem to be a big spread. I'm looking at the timers there. So we've got 2 Mercedes, and then 2 Auto Unions, and then 3 Mercedes, another Auto Union, and then the Alfa. I don't think the Alfa is slow. Apparently these are tuned to run together, but we will see. We will see. Right. Okay, we've got 5 minutes until quali. Right, let's see if Jim can tell me How much fuel for 10 minutes? What I'm also going to do is I'm going to turn Jim up a bit. Because I can imagine when there's 10 of us rocketing down the... Oh, Maddie's found her speed. I didn't actually listen to what he said. How much fuel for 15 minutes? Are you sure? Now, I have changed my brake map, but I don't know what it does. Also adjust the gears as well. I don't know what I don't know what draft is going to be like. Famous last words. I'm not sure how. What did I do? God, look at someone's black line there. Did they save it? They did! They must have power slid all the way around. Nope, not planning on a pit stop. You can put 131 in the tank, I think I've got. She's rocketing now. We're not planning on doing any pit stop because a pit stop can take like 50 seconds. So we're not planning on sitting in the pits for that long. I know it's a long lap, but track does get a bit bright when the sun comes out. Now I'm kind of undecided whether it's good to blip a little or a lot. But I think the car doesn't seem to slow down. Unless you come down the gears. So you can't leave all the gear changes to the last minute. It seems. And I mean, this car, or these cars in general, I mean, if you see an accident ahead, you've just got to pray, I think. Unless you spot it quick enough. Because you can imagine if you see an accident, you're just like, oh, it's inevitable, I'm going to hit it. God, dearie me, Maddie. It's good to see Maddie back. We haven't been racing with Maddie for quite some time. It's good to see her back. And she's an open wheel specialist. Oh, we got 11. 11 people. I'm sure my my body is going to hurt tomorrow because I'm pressing this brake pedal so hard. Right, we're going to quali. Whoo! Right. Okay. We want to switch. We're waiting for it to switch over in the overlays. There we go. There we go. I've also got to remind myself that there's not a lot of time before the green flag in this league, as opposed to the race control. Why am I getting aero damage? I think the crew chief is smoking something. You do have to be very careful in turn 2. If you get this wrong, you are heading to the wheat field. Or no, I should say you are colliding with the wheat field. I mean, would it be possible to flat spot these tyres? I don't know. Is that even possible? Helping your wife put the shopping away, back for the race. Okay. What, you don't want to qualify then? So we're looking for a 204. I don't know if we're going to get into the 203s. You definitely got to keep the momentum up. I mean, what is cool is that I can duck around the cockpit. That's what they do in the real thing, don't they? Well, we can do a little bit of a confidence lift on the first lap. Now we're always better than our personal best in the first sector, but I seem to lose it in the latter half of the lap. So we're 3/10 up. Really got to control the traction with. Damn it. Got it a little out of shape there. Welcome back, Ben. I haven't put a lap in yet. I screwed up one of the turns and thankfully kept all the wheels on the wagon. So, reminder that the league rules in Sim Racing Online, which is it's a rule that I quite appreciate, is that when you're qualifying, you can't just escape. You can't stop on track and escape back to the pits. You have to actually complete your quali lap, and if you crash out and you can't make it back to the pits, then quali is all over for you. We did a 2:06. We can do better than that. We can do much better than that. I never really know when to get on the throttle in turn 2. Now, it was this corner I screwed up last time. I actually found the apex this time. Didn't mean to touch the grass though. Oh! It was all going so well. We've got just about the right amount of fuel for the entire session. I mean, we're not going to be suffering from tyre wear, so we might as well stay. I mean, just when you think you've slowed down enough, sometimes not so much. They're going to be 6/10 away from my personal best. I mean, considering the amount of turns on this track, there's what, like 4? 051. Right. Okay, I didn't turn in correctly for that turn, which screws up the exit. Sometimes get it right, sometimes get it completely wrong. Right, head to the apex. I don't know if it's actually worth cutting the inside grass there. And this again, don't quite know where to get back on the throttle. Right. Let's stay off the grass this time. Whoa! We basically drifted all the way around there. That was interesting. I was just checking engine temps. I think engine temps are okay. I also hope that people stick this out as well, because sometimes we can have dwindling numbers when the series carries on. So we start with a lot more people than we end with. I mean, I'm probably of a different mentality that if I'm going to start something, I'm going to finish it, you know? 2049. Still not. Still haven't quite got the turning point of that corner correct. The roll of these cars. Tenths up on my personal best there, but maybe we might gain a bit because we don't power slide it around there. Maddie's done a 203.8 in second. I can't actually see the pole time. Fifth out of 11. We should be able to maybe grab a place. Right, stand on the anchors coming up. Oh, someone locked their rears there because they went exit stage right. Use all of the road. Found half a second on our personal best. So we're going to get a 203, I think. Can I duck down behind the wheel to get extra aerodynamics? Oh, only just a 203. Edge of adhesion there. Now I did get this corner wrong last lap. That's a bit better. Gained 1.5 tenths. I have no idea what it's going to be like once we're surrounded by cars. I presume it's going to be quite loud. I mean, I know where I'm braking at the last minute, but I don't know where other people are. I assume some of the other cars might have different braking distances. I'm slightly concerned. I can only just... I can only just get into the 203s. We're going to have to pit after this because I haven't got enough fuel to get back. So... Whew. Slow is fast. Just need to be very cautious. I can't remember how much horsepower these cars have. But it's of the age where tyre tech hadn't caught up with the engine technology, so they could go too fast for the tyres. So you kind of wonder what would happen if they had an engine this powerful on a car which had like 3 times as wide tyres, you know? So we're not going to bother going out again. So we're going to head to the pits. So you can brake at that last yellow marker. I think everyone else has decided to come to the pits anyway. There we go. Right, I believe everyone is in the pits. Yep, so pole. I'm going to set the starting order. Let's have a look at the starting order. Who finished, or who starts where? Let's have a look. So, in a pole position, we have Marius Leboida, I'm going to call it. Maddie Shepherd gets 2nd. I get 3rd. Caitlin Penny in 4th. Robin Taylor in 5th. John Van der Geest in 6th. Ben Summers, my teammate, in 7th. Simon Barnes in 8th. Ed Jones in 9th. Carl Steeg in 10th. And Giles De Silva in 11th. So we've got 2 auto unions at the top. Then we've got a Mercedes. Then we've got an Alfa Romeo. Then we've got a Mercedes, and then an auto union, So there you go. There you go. So that's not too bad, is it? Too bad at all. Let's switch over to racing cameras. So it's going to be very tight. I'm going to probably spend my time in practice, trying to do a practice start. How much fuel for the race? When the lights go, we go. That's the thing. Right, gonna do some practice starts. I didn't blip on downshift then. brake earlier than you normally would if you want to live. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go for the... From lap 2, you can go crazy. I don't want to go crazy on lap 2. I want to survive on lap 2. Okay. Double check that we've got our fuel. Do. So I'm taking 131. Can we pause while I write my will? It's not that bad. I think we all just want to... This is a race that I think everyone just wants to survive. Oh, my face. This is funny. So 2 minutes left of warm-up. I think the cars are actually collided with the pit wall there. I suppose the pedal cam could actually get turned a little. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, I suppose. Whew. Don't forget to load your race setup. I leave all my debts to John van der Geest. Then where can I buy race setups? This one is on the house. Car is Carl, and he's in Auto Union. Okay. So it's going to be interesting. Right, here we go. Here goes nothing. No warm-up laps, it's just go on the green. That's it. I'm hoping that you'll survive.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right. Okay, so we're all sorted. Okay, I'm scared. Whoa! Right. Mercedes power! Braking. Just kept it on one side. I think I might have skimped too much on the fuel. Two ladies are having a ding-dong battle up front. Me and John are playing catch-up. Robin Taylor is right behind me. I hope he knows I'm going to brake. Oh, Robin got it wrong. I saw a spinning car behind me, who people were able to avoid. There's some slipstreaming going on down the main straight here. Don't want to let Maddie get away. Oh, Caitlin! Jesus! Heart in mouth. Heart in mouth. Oh, I'm hard on the brakes. Maddie was a bit late on the brakes there. John's a bit too late on the throttle for me. This is going to be a tough 45 minutes. Right, we're going to draft John. Oh, we don't want to be going over this sideways. It's Mercedes versus Mercedes. Let's go after Maddie in the Auto Union. Brake. Still quite heavy with fuel. Look at the black lines Maddie is leaving. Oh. Look at the black lines. Oh. Oh, touched the grass, that didn't. Mercedes versus Audi. I don't know where she is. Is she by the side of me or not? Missed it. I knew we'd do it once. Right, gotta do all that again. You made a mistake. Couldn't quite get it stopped. Oh, somebody's off. Oh no. Oh, that was Maddie. Hard on the brakes. Whew. Right, we're going to overtake Caitlin again. Right, I know where she is now. So we're not going to move. We're going to have to brake early. We're actually going to make the turn this time. Can't let John get away. We've saved a bit of fuel, I think, because we were in somebody's draft. Whoa, no! Oh, no! And to be very wary of if I can hear a car rather than see it. John is leaving some nice black lines coming out of here. Well, it's Mercedes versus Mercedes. Oh, dearie me. Teammate is down in 5th. Oof. Always calls him guest, not geest. Two black cars doing battle. Whoa, the four-wheel drift coming through there. I can't imagine what black lines we're leaving down there. This corner is a bit more treacherous than it felt in practice. Maybe because we've got more fuel on board. Oh, he's... Let's not screw it up now. Caitlin back in second. John van der Geest spins it back to third. This is tough. I'm just going to have to make sure that we're not redlining this engine. Still got 30 minutes of the race to go. I did actually mean to change my spotter, but I'll do it for the next round, I think. Because I think there's an appropriate spotter for the cars that we are running. I mean, with any hope, I mean, third and fourth are quite close. Fifth and sixth are quite close. It's got to balance the car through there. I had hoped that John would be harrying Caitlin in second so that they would drop back a bit, but maybe that would make them go faster because of draft. She's on her own now in second. John in third. Just don't overdo these corners and keep the lap time up. Whoa, no. We don't want to run wide on this one because there's no runoff. I think the draft is quite strong. The relative seems to be bouncing around a bit though. It's not really giving me a good idea of where people are. Now what we won't get on this track is a rubbered line because the track's so old. But for the remaining rounds we will. So track temperature and stuff will come into play. So we've got a track temperature and a air temperature of 21 degrees. That will change. Oh. You just got to not panic when it starts drifting, but you don't want to make it go past a certain slip angle. Otherwise bad things start happening. drift these cars quite well. I don't know if there's brake wear or anything, considering how heavy these cars are and how hard we are having to brake to stop them. I'm keeping an eye on Maddie. So Maddie did spin out of the lead, but I'm watching their watching them on the relative with interest to see how far up the order they get. I'm going to change a little earlier. Maddie's up to 5th. And closing. Two seconds off our personal best from qualifying. I don't know where these cars are actually running slicks or not. I mean, visually it looks like they're running slicks, but I don't know if they did. I'm also having to remind myself not to grip the wheel so tight. So 24 minutes of the race. And it says I've got 30 minutes of fuel. So in theory we've got 12 laps. The engine temperatures, the oil temperatures and the water temperatures seem okay. I'm hoping that some of the methods of driving this car can carry over to some of the other courses that we're doing. Particularly Hockenheim is going to be very similar to this one. It's going to be a very, very long lap. It's going to require a lot of high-speed drifting. So second, third, fourth, and soon to be fifth are all closing up a bit. Go on, imagine these things in the rain. Now I've set my setup as 100% brake pressure, and I am braking at the last possible moment and as hard as I can. Oh, where's Caitlin gone? John's back up to second. Caitlin must have had an off. Puts Maddie up to fourth. Now, surprisingly, for the amount of corners there are on this track, it's taking a remarkable amount of concentration to just keep from what will be smooth to be fast. Not overdoing it on exit as well. The rears are pretty hot. Never done a full race distance in this car. So we've done 24 minutes and we've only taken 6% out of the tyres. Oh, something must have happened to my teammate. My teammate is down here somewhere. Hopefully he's not stalled it. He hasn't stalled it, have you, Ben? I don't know why it didn't say yellow flag. We'll see if See if Ben can get the car restarted. I mean, I was sure that this thing didn't have a starter. And there's been a couple of times I've spun and been able to restart it with the starter button. And other times I haven't, so I don't know whether it's like a potluck thing or... I mean, more games need cars like this. They really do. I can't remember the crew chief command to... I didn't get it restarted then. That's a shame. I can't remember the crew chief command to monitor certain drivers. Tell me about guest. It's not what I said. Not what I said. How's my engine temps? How's my engine? How's my oil temps? How is my water temperature? I thought that was the command. How is my oil temperature? What is my oil temperature? Dunno. I know there is a command to get a complete rundown of what's going on in the race, but I don't know if it works with R-Factor 2 or not. Whoa, we nearly got sideways over the hill there. Taking its toll on a few people. Maddie's up to 4th and closing. Should be okay for fuel. I don't know why I was worried about fuel. You can hear some creaking, that's my brake pedal. Hope that I could see how far the cars are behind me on the stream camera, but if you're in chat, Ben, let me know what happened. It did look like you spun and couldn't get it restarted again. I'm coming to that corner a bit too sideways. Alright, we want to start putting in some 104s if possible. Now, I've never lapped a slow car in this car before. So I don't quite know what to expect. The wheels disappear quite quickly on the level of detail, at least from the cockpit. So you can see it. A cigar tube ahead. I believe that's Simon and his Alfa Romeo. Oh gosh, his last lap was 3 minutes 39. Must have happened to Simon. Was that a pit stop then? Seems to be a lot of cars in the pits. I was going to go up the inside then, but I couldn't quite work out how to do it. We've got to start putting some good lap times in because John is closing. But I don't know if he's closing quick enough. Trying to stretch out the limbs. want to do a 204, please. See, I don't know whether I could have caught Maddie if they didn't have a spin as they were quick, and then John had his spin as well. So it's kind of who makes the least mistakes, I guess. It's getting a bit hot and sweaty in this headset. Just going to be in the 204s. Oh, John must have had an off. That was a 208 his last lap. Maddie is now up to third. Working their way up. Working their way up the field. Can Maddie catch John? It's a bit of a tall order looking at their lap times. They're very similar in lap times, so I don't think so. Right, we've got 6 minutes to go, which is under 3 laps. Temperature looks okay. I hope this is not some foreshadowing of the rest of the season. Because obviously considering this is a very high speed circuit with not a lot of turns and very hard braking zones, the rest of the circuits we're doing are quite twisty. Apart from Hockenheim, which is kind of very similar to this. I'm hoping that the DNF rate is not going to be significant for the rest of the season. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to I was going to say back off of it. It's not backing off, but I mean not push as hard. And fluffed up the gear change then. Oh, Maddie's back down to 4th. Must have had an off because their lap time is 2:14. They'll be back at the front the next round. I really don't know what these cars are going to be like on a twisty track. We're going to have to be very careful with each other. My shoulders are really aching. This is the first time that I've done a 45-minute race with a haptic pad, and it's starting to make my back ache a little. So we've got to do 2 more laps. So we cross the finish line with just under 3 minutes left. So we've got 1 more after this. Just keep it pointing in the same direction. No heroics. No locking of brakes or tyres. No blowing an engine. Right, we've got 1 more lap to go. Seven minutes of fuel left. I mean, it's better to carry too much than too little. Heroics. It's a good result for Ed Jones if he stays in 3rd. That's the clock expired. We've just got 2 more corners to go. Well, technically 3. One more corner to go. And one of the other versions of Reims based it's based on the older version of Reims, where they went through the village. You can actually get air off that that crest. Oh. My God. That was a lot. Oh, my arms hurt. My arms hurt. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch. Oh. Right, let's go back to the main screen. I am pooped after that. It didn't seem very very what's the word, energetic, but boy do I ache. Right, let's have a look at the results. So I get the first win of the season ahead of John van der Geest in another Mercedes. Hello, Benjamin. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Getting all the alerts coming in. Welcome, everybody. We're just finishing up with the checking the results of the race we just ran. So Ed Jones gets another a third place in another Mercedes. And then we have the first auto union, which is Maddie. They spun early on. I think they would have walked away with that one if they'd kept it pointing in the same direction. We had a good battles with Caitlin in fifth at the start of the race, and Simon Barnes did bring his Alpha home in sixth. But Robin Taylor, Ben Summers, Marius, Carl Stieg, and I believe there is one more finisher. Well, they did not finish. Fortunately, attrition rate was so tough. We got Gilles Ver de Silva, the last of the runners. They feel like it, yeah. When I was passing Simon Barnes, I felt like I was in a monster of a car. Right, so that's the first round over and done with. First round over and done with. Let's show the...
all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Show post-race, that's what I want. Okay, so we're going to be back here in 2 weeks. Oh, I don't know what is in that Mercedes. I don't know. Something huge and something loud. That's all I know. It's the W154. That's the very beast of a car. So in 2 weeks we're going to be doing something a bit different. So we're not going to be doing flat out. We're going to be going around the pokey circuit of Rouen through the forests of France. So that should be fun. That should be very, very fun. You don't want to ruin the race. Ha 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 ha. Very good. Very, very good. But I'm kind of glad to survive that. It was a race of attrition. I'm hoping that a few more people survive the next event, because it's going to be tough this season. I hope people will stick around, because we had 11 drivers, and I hope we stick with 11 drivers. A deer like a horse with horns. So we're going to be doing some racing tomorrow as well. We're going to be racing with something completely different from these. We're going to be in some V8 supercars, and V8 supercars are going to be at a track called Townsville. Townsville is very tight, and we should if I look at the list, let's have a look at the championship list. So again, it's going to be racing with Sim Racing Online. It does have an outside broadcast, so you can actually check that out live. But I have my stream open as well, of course. So Townsville. So it's the same time as this race. So practice at 7:30, and the race should be starting at about 8:20. We've got 24 drivers registered. 24. Yeah. So that should be interesting, I think is the word to say. I'm currently 3rd in the championship. We've done 2 rounds so far, so we'll be round 3 in Townsville. But the leader of the championship is kind of running away with it. They are quite quick. And I'm hoping to... A top 3 would be nice. I'm actually joint 3rd in the championship for the V8s. Something completely different. So join me back here tomorrow for that. Same time. Same place.